quick video for you. So I have a couple clients, but one specific that is really struggling with some personal stuff that's going on in life. And to this person that might know if I'm talking about you, you're not alone. Like, a lot of people are struggling. Because life is not easy. I literally just posted in, I just posted in my private group a motivational video like I do every morning, but it's on, it's by Joe Rogan. And one of the things that he says in there is, most days you're not gonna feel good. Most days. So if we only work on the days that we'll feel good, we'll hardly ever get anything done. That's not the point of this. The point of this is that this particular client happened to have a really good day yesterday, and when they messaged me, or when they emailed me, it was actually in a separate email from the food log, it said, you know, I actually had a really great day, and it's amazing to, like, recognize how good I'm feeling because of how bad I felt. So people ask me and it reminded me of this. People ask me all the time, where do you get your energy from? And when that person made that comment, it actually gave me an epiphany. I think, like, I'm so high on life. I'm so high on the fact that I am blessed by being able to do a job that I help people. Like, I don't, I don't have a job where, and I'll be honest, before I became a trainer, I was working for the Penny Saver, and I was an account exec where I was like an assistant to helping people deliver papers and articles and stuff like that, and do marketing for their business. And, you know, it was the two top sales guys in the office, and I was their assistant, and I ran around all day, but it wasn't a job that made me happy. It didn't bring me any personal joy. So, like, then I had my nervous breakdown. Well, besides being in a bad relationship and then doing that job at the Penny Saver, because I had already started to get my personal training certification, but I was getting pulled by my ex-boyfriend and my father, and then my mom and my sister that was saying they would support any decision that I would make, and my cousin, but then my father and my ex saying I'd be embarrassed to admit that my girlfriend slash daughter, not slash, but whatever, was a personal trainer. So I was fighting with myself, and I did the post about that. Like, you just will never satisfy everybody, ever. So, there's a point to this. So, literally, like, getting pulled in a million different directions and not knowing what I wanted in my life, and not knowing what I wanted to do, or knowing what I wanted to do, but not feeling in a place where I could make my own decisions, or whatever it was. And literally having a nervous breakdown, getting completely depressed, quitting my job, then not having a job, then getting beat up by my ex-boyfriend literally weeks before we were about to open up a restaurant together, because that was another thing. I was working for the Penny Saver so I can make money until my boyfriend and I opened up a restaurant, which my father helped us. The whole story is just kind of insane. He helped lend us money, and then my boyfriend beat me up, and then my father stayed in contact with him so that he can get his money back, because apparently money was more important than the fact that this man beat the crap out of your daughter. So whatever. So I left him and I moved in with my mom. If you haven't read that story, and I pretty much think that I went over those little details, not those little details, but the details, are on my website, and go to the description of this video, and you can go to the website and read Who's Jen. But so literally living in my mom's house, have no job, living in an attic, because while I was living with this particular boyfriend, my mom and my dad got a divorce, and my mom got a house big enough only for her and my sister. So the attic that I was living in, literally I would stand up and my head would touch the ceiling. So, like, my life completely fell apart like that. So had nothing, had no idea what I was doing, anything. And I hit rock bottom. I mean, I literally, the little bit of money that I had was spent on food, and I was just literally flushing it down the toilet. And I had a nervous breakdown after months of doing that, and doing it while my mom and my sister were at work, and doing it even when my mom got home. And I mean, my mom would try to barge the door down to try to come in and save me, but I didn't want to be helped. And finally I got to a point where I said, I can't do this anymore. I don't even remember what it was. And I came downstairs and I said, I need help. And we called the hospitals and all that other stuff. And then I literally lost my mind again, because there are so many eating disorder hospitals, like one that was in, I think, Pennsylvania. But it's thousands of dollars that my mom didn't have, and I had no more money. And it's thousands of dollars for a certain amount of time. So if, like, you pay a certain amount of thousands of dollars for a week, and if you're not healthy or feeling confident enough to leave after a week, you either have to give them more money, or they send you home. So I'm like, really? You're just gonna kick somebody out just because they don't have the money to pay? Like, there was no support, no nothing. And finally, one of the eating disorder places is like, just go to the hospital and just check yourself into the hospital. So I did, and I'm like literally crying, and I had a nervous breakdown sitting at the desk in the emergency room, and boom, psych ward. So rock bottom. So when people ask me, how do you have so much energy? Like, yeah, okay, I drank coffee, and this is a terrible spot, because I do want to finish this video. Yeah, I do drink coffee, and, but I mean, literally, I could probably drink a cup of coffee before I go to bed, and it would do nothing to me. But for me, it's not the coffee. For me, it's, I know what it feels like. And this is exactly what this particular client said. Like, you appreciate the good days, the days that you're feeling good, even more because you know what it feels like to be so down. So what makes me so hyper all the time is that I know what it feels like to be completely at the bottom, to be feeling like total garbage, to be depressed, to not know what my next move is going to be, to have no direction, to have no energy, to have no will to do anything. And now it's like I have this determination to be a good mom, to show my kids that there are no excuses. And I really feel bad for my kids' girlfriends, because these girls are going to have to probably be pretty athletic. They're probably going to also have to not make excuses, and have pretty high standards, because, I mean, not staying motivated, staying consistent, not getting comfortable in a relationship where, and I'm sorry if you don't like the way that this sounds, but I mean, people get in relationships and they get comfortable, and that's unfair to the significant other. I truly believe that. Like, and I'm going a little bit off on a tangent, but I think it's unfair. Like, a boy and a girl, and this goes both ways. A man and a woman get together, and they both, like, they love going to the gym. They're both in good shape. That's one of the things. And it's not physically about being in good shape. It's about the characteristic trait of being somebody that likes to take care of themselves, and to be healthy, and to have longevity, and to whatever. And then, boom, you get in a relationship, and it's like, oh, let's not go to the gym today. Let's go to the movies. And, oh, let's have a cheat day today. But it's Wednesday, and we just had one on Monday, and we just had one on Saturday and Sunday. It's okay. I love you. Let's hug and snuggle and have nachos. And then, boom, like, one of you or both of you just keep going on this spiral. And then, or maybe just one of you wants to go and the other one doesn't. And then somebody gains weight. And it's like, and I think that that's unfair, because part of what they were attracted to was all of those characteristics. And yes, it's a physical thing also. So whatever, getting back to the whole feeling great. So why I feel so good is because I know what it feels like to feel so bad. And why I don't make excuses, and why, and I will tell you this. This weekend was my birthday, so I might have mentioned it, but I turned 40. Cannot believe it. I don't really care. I'm not one of those people that really gives a crap about age. I did a little montage picture and literally showing the difference between my 20s, my 30s, and then it was a picture that I took for my coach literally the day before my 40th birthday. And I do feel like I feel better now than I did 10 years ago, than I did 20 years ago. So I'm always getting better. And there was a point to this. Where was I going with this? Oh, so it was my birthday. So, one of the things that I wanted for my birthday, because I don't like material things, one of the things that I wanted for my birthday is to go to the gym with my husband. We don't actually work out together, but on Sundays before we had Amir, my son would go to church with Tata and Nanai, and then me and Christian would go to the gym together. That was our Sunday, and it worked out perfect. We would get back right when Koa was done. So now we have the baby, so now we rotate. Christian goes. So my mother-in-law watched both the kids on Sunday morning, and we went to the gym together. And I went to a new gym. I tried something different, which I never do, close to a show, or I never do, you know, if I'm gonna, I don't usually try new equipment if I'm gonna go heavy or whatever. So we went to a different gym, and I tried something new, and I went heavy because I was supposed to go heavy, and my hip is on, I can't even tell you, the whole right side of my body. My hip is killing me. My lower back on the right side. I have KT tape all over my hip. I took a picture of it. My knee is on fire, and my ankle is on fire. Like, just shooting pain. But today, I said, I'm less than 3 weeks out from this show. So again, what fires me up this morning is, number one, I need to always keep myself on my toes. That's why I'm giving myself these shows as... it's not that I want to train people for shows, because I've said it in every video. I will never coach somebody for shows. I'm doing this personally for me because I need to be on my toes. Once a year, I'll probably compete to keep myself on my toes. I want to do some fitness modeling. I want to model and let people know that I have Crohn's disease, but I'm able to look like this, and I've been through... I hit rock bottom in my life, but this is what motivates me to keep going. What motivated me to kill my cardio this morning, no matter what, which I had to do 30 minutes of cardio, but I did 33 because I wanted to finish this episode of this stupid show that I'm watching. But my hip was on fire. Oh my God, I can't even tell you the pain. Every single step I took. I even put on some deep blue before I put on the KT tape. I didn't put on the KT tape until after. But what fires me up is that I refuse to give in because, number one, I am petrified that it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and then it's going to keep me down, and then I'm going to stay down. And I don't ever want to go backwards. My happy hormones that I get in, I do that because whether I'm sick or I have bronchitis or anything, because I know what it feels like. And I'm so petrified that I'm going to be down for a day, then be down for 2 days, then be down for 3 days, and then not be able to come back. Or I know what it feels like to work my way up from the bottom. And I don't want to do that work anymore. I want to stay high and be high all the time. So I truly believe that people that hit rock bottom are the most successful people. You know, a lot of the huge success stories are people that have a million failures, and people that didn't come from the normal background of, you know, a happy life, happy this, happy that. So, you know, embrace the crap that you're going through in your life, but let it be your motivation to not want to feel like that, to not want to go backwards, so super long video. I need to go into the studio now to train, to get ready to deliver the Heat, aka Death by Jen. And I'm glad I turned my car around because this was much better lighting. So I love you guys, and I hope you like this.